selected designer from the What Was Good Design 1944 to 1956 exhibition is Hans J Wegner. Wegner was known to be one of the world's outstanding furniture designers. He was born in Tonda, Denmark in 1941. Son of a master shoemaker, Hans Wegner completed his early education and was trained as a cabinet maker. He fell in love with wood at an early age and became an apprentice carpenter to Stahlberg. During his spare time, Wegner carves wooden figures, and at the age of 15 he created his first chair. From 1932 to 1935, Wegner enters the military service in Copenhagen. After his military service in 1935, he took up a 2.5-month cabinet-making course at Technologisk Institute in Copenhagen. Soon after that, in 1936, he attended the School of Arts and Crafts, where he later returned as a lecturer from 1946 to 1953. Wegner became an architect in 1938. Through recommendation from his teacher, he was hired by Erik Møller and Arne Jacobsen to design and draw furniture for the Aarhus townhouse. He worked as a furniture designer and assistant to Møller and Jacobsen up till 1943, where he then opened his own design office and came up with the Chinese chairs in 1944, along with the 1949 round chair, which provided the basis for many of his later chairs. In 1950, Wegner's round chair was displayed on the cover of the American magazine Interiors, and it was called the world's most famous chair. This brought instant international fame and a profitable export market to Wegner. He then starts cooperation with further 4 producers, Andreas Tuck, Gedemar, Rai Mobler and A.P. Stolen, each with their own specialty of tables, furniture with loose cushions, cabinets, closets and upholstery. Wegner has received many prizes and recognitions for his designs. He was one of the first to receive the Lunning Prize Award in 1951. Wegner was awarded an honorary doctorate by the Royal College of Art in London in 1997. He has designed more than 500 chairs during his lifetime, and he is one of the motive forces behind the Danish modern movement, which changed the people's views of furniture in the 1950s and 60s. Here are a couple of his chair designs. The Chinese chair that was designed in 1944 was created with solid wood and a seat cushion upholstered with leather. What inspired Wegner to design this chair was the Chinese emperor's thrones in the 17th and 18th centuries. In 1961, Wegner designed the bull chair. This design was close to his other models, which his inspiration came from the animal kingdom. However, the bull chair's top rail is stronger in expression than his other models. This chair was put together with solid wood and a choice of either woven papercord or holstered leather for the seat. Unfortunately, in 2007, Hans J. Wegner passes away at the age of 92. The object that Wegner designed, which was part of the What Was Good Design exhibition, was his armchair from 1949. In the 1930s, the Museum of Modern Art focused on Dieter Rams' 10 Principles of Good Design and selected objects for the exhibition. The armchair by Hans Wegner was one of the selections that suited multiple principles of good design. Wegner's armchair is innovative as it is a unique piece of furniture created with oak for the structure and hand-woven cane for the seat. The arm and back were gently curved to create comfortability when seated. In 1960, during the presidential debate, both Richard Nixon and John F. Kennedy each sat in one of these armchairs. The chair's aesthetic quality was what made the cover of the American magazine Interiors in 1950. It was a simple, sleek, and cost-effective design where it created beauty and functionality. Wegner believes in long-lasting chairs where they should last for at least 50 years. What I've learned in Wegner's works is that design can be simple to attract attention. This relates to my previous works where I try to get into too much detail, where the end product is sometimes not outstanding. What I've learned in design is that sometimes simplicity can get you a great outcome.